Hello and welcome to 4,000 and Counting. I'm Watty. This is Mark. This man here needs no introduction, but I'm going to give him one anyway. His play has been nothing short of exceptional over the past two seasons. 230 points, including 111 goals in league play alone. Just had his first call up to the Great Britain senior national team. He was the 21-22 4,000 and Counting player of the year. And as a little exclusive, we can let him and you guys know that he is our 22-23 player of the year once again. It's our pleasure to welcome to the show, Mr. Kieran Brown. Brownie, thanks for joining 4,000 and Counting, mate.
No, thanks for having me, guys. I'm excited.
Someone's going to have to come and wrestle that podcast player of the year off you, mate, because if you keep putting up 110, 120 points a year, I think they're going to struggle.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We'll see who's coming up next.
Well, a couple of your boys run you close this year. Hayward was right up there. Brooksy had a good year. Shoes was right there. Some boys on your team alone like racked up the points.
Yeah, I thought Shoes had an unbelievable year. You know, put up stupid amount of points. When I'm really proud of him.
Yeah, he's had a very good season. He looks like he just takes control of the games now.
Yeah, he does. He's a big guy. You know, he's got like I said before in interviews, he's got like everything like a hockey player. He's big. He's strong. He's got skill. He's shot. He's got everything that you'd want in a hockey player.
Who shoots the puck harder, Ron or him?
Oh, it's got to be Ron, mate.
I've been hit an ankle by a Ron shoot a slap shot. It was the least amount of fun thing ever. Yeah, Rocket Ronnie, man, what a player he was. You boys have obviously had exceptional goaltending all year. Gospel's been phenomenal, and then towards the end of the year, when you boys have wrapped things up, you chucked Harrison in, and he was lights out as well. How good has it been having solid goaltending all year?
It's good. We've got Harrison as well. He's another contender in there. You know, I think he could possibly start in this league. But you know, having Gospel, in my opinion, the best goalie in the league, massive help to the success that we've had.
Were you surprised that he didn't get the shout out for the Great Britain training camp?
Yeah and no. I mean, Headley's obviously been there before and done it. You know, in my opinion, Gospel's the best goalie in the league. But you know, it's a difficult one for me to say. But I'd like to see him in the GB squad in the future, though, definitely.
It's something we've talked about regularly on here. Every time I've seen him play, especially more in person. Obviously, you watch on the stream, you watch on TV, whatever it is. But like, just when I come down to the games in Basingstoke and you watch the way he commands his net, never really gives up any rebounds, never really gets out of position, always square onto the shooter. He's fucking lightning quick. Like, yeah, for me, he's the best goalie in the league, and that doesn't mean Jordan's not a good goalie, by the way, people. Not saying that at all. Jordan Headley, I had him at conference. He was a great goalie then. He's blossomed into a fantastic goalie. Huge body, takes up a lot of the net. Got good lateral movement and stuff like that. It's good that we've got British goalies that are knocking down at the door. Let's go to the quarterfinal, because you boys take on Basingstoke, and Basingstoke going to have their last game, taking the season out on the Sunday. There's supposed to be this romantic story, and then you boys just buried them alive on Saturday. I think you put 11 past them. What was the thought process going into that? Did the fact that their rink was closing that have any sort of bearing in it? Like, thinking maybe you're going to get a bit of a tougher game than maybe you have in the 6 games previously?
Yeah, I mean, going in on that, well, after the Saturday game, you know, it was 11-2, I think it was. But, you know, going into that Sunday game, we thought they was going to come out and give us a real game, with it being the last one, which, to be fair, they did.
Yeah, they did.
But, you know, we wanted to go into the playoff weekend, like, hot, scoring goals and playing like how we play. So, yeah, we didn't really take the foot off the gas at all, but that's just how it is sometimes.
The player that impressed me a hell of a lot in the games down in Basingstoke was young Finn Braden. I see he scored a hat trick yesterday for GB. Shout out to him. What's it like having this kid in around the camp, and what's his skill set like?
He's a special kid. You know, you see him. He only skates with us once a week because he's on like a 2-way deal. But I mean, I see him every week. He's going to be something special. And I watched that game yesterday actually, and then goals were pretty sick. So, you know, I'm excited to see what he can do and what he can bring hopefully next season.
the first time he kind of came on my radar, you boys played a midweek game across in Sheffield, and he scored a goal for you and wearing a face cage and that. And I was like, okay, this kid's got a bit about him. And then obviously he come down to Basingstoke and stuff like that. I've seen more bits and pieces of it. And it's good that we've got a couple of 16, 17-year-old kids coming through across the country to try and take some of these senior guys' spots, make them work for it.
Yeah, there's quite a few young guys or younger guys in our league right now that have got really good potential. You know, there's another kid in is it Bracknell? Yuha, is it?
Yeah, he's legit.
Yeah.
I like how that. I think he's sick.
Yeah, he's very, very good. He reminds me a bit of Vanny Antonoff. He skates very well. He protects the puck very well, and you put him in front of the net. The kid's deadly.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely.
How's it been captaining Leeds this season?
It was a big learning curve for me, to be fair. You know, I'm just turned 22, so I'm still quite young. But like I've got like Sammy and Haywood and even Gozzy as well. You know, that they've helped me along the way. But I thought I've done quite well this season. Like taking on that captain role, I've had to stay out of the ratty situations, which I used to like to kind of do a little bit.
Pim's dropped from 118 to 42. I was going to ask how that happened.
Yeah.
No, I know. I spoke to Rye, obviously, Brian Aldridge. Like before the season, I was saying like, if you're going to give me that role, I need to grow up a little bit. But he said to me, I don't want you to change how you're playing or how you play. But yeah, being not a rat, but like, you know, that gritty stuff. Not fighting, obviously. I'm not a fighter, but like just being a little bit of a rat. I've had to kind of step away a little bit from that.
I was going to say, because you got Ryan Aldridge as your coach. I've played for Aldi. He's a great guy, absolute beauty. He's never going to tell you not to play like a piece of shit, like ever. Aldi loves it if you're in guys' faces and finishing hits, and you know you've got something to say. Aldi loves all that.
I think that's been quite a lot of our success, you know, this season. Like he doesn't want us going out there fighting, but just playing like men, like he says quite a lot. Just be a man, just finish your hits, and yeah, I think that's a lot of our success this season.
Ever watched any old game tape on your coach?
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
yeah, fucking beauty. Honestly, honestly, some of the, I don't want to paint him a bad light. I was going to say he's an old man now. I see him in Basingstoke the other day. Always lovely to catch up with him. His mum was there as well. It was great to catch up with them. It's kind of what I gather from speaking to some of the lads and some of the parents and stuff. Seems like a very like family based club.
Yeah, well, there's quite a lot of guys that are local and that have grown up together. But with some of the situations that we've been put in this year, it's definitely brought us closer, and we're like one big family, I guess you could say.
And you get to lead that ship at 22. That's good going. How important is it to be able to lean on Sammy, Zay, Jack, and Haywood and guys like that?
Oh, they're massive. They've been to the top and they've done it. Like Matty's, he was a captain in Glasgow at one point.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
So they've been and done it in higher levels. So just having them guys, I sit by them in the room, like they're always telling me what I should and shouldn't say, or if I'm not sure about anything, then I can always just ask them and they'll let me know.
How's your relationship with the officials being such a young captain? Have they all showed you respect throughout the year? Have like built some good relationships with them?
Yeah, I think I have, to be fair. You know, after last season, I was getting quite a lot of penalty minutes, and I think a few of them probably didn't want to be nice to me this season. But with me wearing the C, and I've kind of approached it a little bit differently. I think they've got on with me pretty well.
Good lad, that's what you want.
Yeah.
When it comes to personal accolades, obviously you've won the scoring title back to back. At one stage, Cooper was in Leeds. He was going to run you pretty tight towards the end there if he'd have stuck around. Is that something you think about, like when Malasinski's a couple of points ahead or you're a point back? Are you thinking, fuck, I want to win this scoring title here?
I mean, obviously sometimes I look and I'll be like, oh shit, like he's doing well this year or he's doing good. But most of the time, like, well, this season definitely, I was more just wanted to do something for the team with some of the situations that our team went through. I really just wanted to do it for the team. Like, if I went a game with no points, like I weren't like, oh fuck, like I didn't get it. Like, if we still won the game, like who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
But with Cooper, yeah, like that, it was honestly probably one of the best things for me personally, because another outrageous player. You know, he was putting up stupid points,
Ridiculous.
and it was a good little battle between us. You know, in practice and stuff. Like I wanted to be better than him. I wanted to do better than him. He pushed me, to be fair. So credit to him.
Nice.
Were you surprised to see Belfast take an opportunity on him? Because I wasn't. I'm not
No,
surprised at all.
definitely not. Like his style of play is like perfect for that league. Like he worked so hard, and that's why he had so many points, because he just did the little things right, and that's where he's got him now.
Aldi's done very well with the 3 imports you've had this year.
Yeah,
And Brooks is what, 22?
he's 21.
Jesus.
Oh, well.
You boys got such a young roster. Max being added in there. He's young. You got so many young, fresh legs. How old? Oh, your other imports named, it's just escaped me.
Jake Witowski.
Jake, that's it.
Oh,
How old's
sniper.
Jake?
I believe he's 26, 25.
Still, yeah, just another young guy. It's good. You boys, if you can keep a nucleus, which it looks like already started putting some of your boys' pens to paper for next year already. Do you think you'll probably end up with a very similar squad? I can't imagine many boys wanting to be leaving that team.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be many guys. Well, I don't think anyone wants to leave, to be fair. But I think Ryle probably want to put I'm not really sure, but put a stronger team, even stronger than this year, together. Because, I mean, he can. Like the guys will probably want to come to Leeds next season after seeing what we're putting up here and what we're doing here. So, yeah, I'm excited for that.
Are you living in Leeds or are you traveling to Leeds? What's your situation?
I'm living in Leeds this year. They put me up in an apartment. I am from Bradford, so it's only like 15, 20 minutes, but it just made sense. Like if we were skating 3-4 times a week this year, I just wanted to live like that professional hockey player life again, like I did in Sheffield. So I asked for an apartment this year, and they gave me it.
That's massive. It makes such a difference to your progression as a player. And it also, just being a little bit closer to being in and around the boys is always fun. I think, obviously, we had Mac on prior to the cup final. Mm-hmm. He showed us around his apartment. His apartment's sick. You live in a similar sort of apartment?
Yeah, he's the floor above me. So
so you're in the same block?
Yeah, identical. We're up. There's like, I think there's about 10 of us, maybe 9 in the apartments.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we're all in the same block. They're really nice.
How nice has it been to see the change from last year to this year? Like the castle's been packed on a weekly basis. You've gone from a 4th place team to a title winning team. How nice has it been to be part of that and see the progression not only on but off the ice?
It's unreal to see like the fans coming in, week out. You know, at the start of last season, we were probably getting, I don't know, 600-700 people, and then it slowly built up. And then this year, I'm getting like 2,000 week in, week out. It's exciting. Probably one of the best places to play, I'd say, in this league. Other than going to MK is pretty cool. They have a good fan base there too. But yeah, it's cool.
Where's the worst place to play in the league?
Oh, I don't want to. Probably Basingstoke, to be fair.
It's got to be. It has to be.
I was away, and that I don't mind it because I'm from Bradford myself, and that's not the nicest places to be honest. But yeah, I'd say Basingstoke was probably the worst place in the league.
Yeah, the mold on the mold on the change room walls and the Zamboni door not shutting, and then the corners having fucking holes in them probably have a lot to do with that. But yeah, they're gone for next year. Yeah. Work will commence hopefully in like a month's time here. We're waiting for like a secondary announcement of when it's actually all going to go ahead, but we don't want to be losing Basingstoke for longer than a year. And when they do come back, hopefully they're coming back to play in a facility to a similar sort of standard to like MK and Bristol and stuff like that. And it's just going to be better for the league, because if you have a strong Basingstoke team, it just makes the league a whole much better.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're going to do next season. I'm guessing obviously they won't be playing, but yeah, I'm excited for them to come back and to have a nicer rink, obviously, to go to. It'd be good for them.
How has it been having the extra teams in the league this year, going down to Bristol and across the whole?
It's made it more, I don't know, professional, I'd say. Playing more games, playing these midweek games, I love it. I love that. It makes me feel like a real professional. Just playing 2 games sometimes, it's a little bit like I want more game time. But yeah, definitely having them in has made it more fun.
Would you welcome a club like Solway into the league next season?
I mean, I would, because I live in Leeds, but the guys, it's a tough one for them. But yeah, I'd be up for them coming into our league.
Mark, I'm not sure if this is official or not, but Banners on the Wall was talking about it last night. It looks like it's not going to go ahead. We are going to be having a 10-team league.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's been put to bed for another year, but it would make sense for them to join next year with Basingstoke coming back to make it a 12-team league. I'm not a fan of that 11-team league where you don't have a game on a Saturday or Sunday. What the fuck is
Yeah,
that
that's
about?
true.
No ice hockey player.
Not fun, is it?
Maybe in January when you're a bit beat up, you get a Saturday off once every 10, 12 weeks, whatever. But like the frequency of some of the weekends where you have one game and stuff, that's no fun.
No.
Like we can train and go to the rink and have fun with the boys, but ultimately all you want to do is play games, really.
Yeah, 1-game weekends would not be fun. I don't think. Not as like 2 in a month. Like once a month or once every couple of months is fine. But
what do you do away from the rink? What's your other kind of passions outside of the game?
I mean, honestly, I would be what you call a loser. I just love ice hockey. That's all I really do. I play a bit of golf with the boys.
How's that? How's your game look?
Oh, I'm awful, mate. I'm terrible.
Really?
Yeah, I'm terrible at golf, but it's a good laugh. We go out, we play pretty much every week now. The weather's getting nice again, but yeah, I work a little bit as well. My dad's rink in Bradford, and just like once a week, just helping him out. But I don't really do anything other than gym and ice hockey. That's my life, really.
Are you a lefty or a righty at golf?
A lefty.
Yeah, see, I'm the other way. Play hockey lefty, but play golf righty.
Yeah, I know a few guys like that. I can't grasp it. I don't understand how you can play right-handed golf and left-handed hockey. It don't make sense.
But putt better left-handed. It's bizarre. Like I don't know, some weird sort of transferable skills going on there. You talked about going to the gym regularly. What's your kind of workout routine look like in the off season compared to like during the regular season?
Definitely more sort of cardio stuff and heavy lifting in the summer. But in the season, I kind of take it quite light. There's a nice spa at like one of them village hotels.
Yeah.
Nice spa there, and it's a decent little gym. But I've just been using that this year, more for like recovery and stuff like that, because we've played a lot of games and I've been playing a lot of minutes this year. So just mainly just stuff like that.
Do you prefer to be playing loads of minutes on a night though?
Oh yeah, definitely. Not playing many minutes it's not fun at all for anyone. I don't care what anyone says. It's not fun to not play. But yeah, playing loads of minutes and playing the roles that I've been given this season, I've really enjoyed it.
And I find it a lot easier to stay in the game when you come back to the bench and then there's a PP and you're out and then you come back and they're like, right, we need one, get out there. And all of a sudden you just feel like you're just getting your breath. Cool, I'm ready, let's go. And coach is putting you back out. There's nothing better.
Yeah, when you're coming back and you're sitting on the bench for, I don't know, 10 minutes or whatever it is, sometimes that some guys do, I don't know how you can play your full potential. Like you've got to be playing minutes and playing PK power play and stuff to be at your full potential.
Do you think that's a big part of the reason you're playing in the league you're playing in now? Obviously, it's always been speculated. When's Kieran going to go to the Elite League? Is he going to go to the Elite League? You were up with the Steelers, you're now back you're doing stuff with Leeds. Do you think a lot of that is just pure down to the situations you're getting yourself in with Leeds versus you probably don't quite get those same opportunities at the Elite League?
Yeah, I mean, obviously not playing is, like I just said, it's not fun, but like at Steelers, I really enjoyed my time there. The training and stuff like that, it's unreal to be skating with like ex-NHL guys, and you're doing that week in, week out. That's fun. But then when it comes to like the game side and you're not really playing much, like there's nothing much you can do as a young Brit other than kind of ride it out. And like I know some people say like, oh, you've got to earn it and stuff, but like I'm not sure how you earn it when you're not getting the game time, if you get what I mean. But I just wanted to take a little step away from that. Like I'm not writing it off. I want that my goal is to go back to the Elite League. I wanted to step away for 2-3 years and play a proper role at this level and expand my skill set. And then obviously, if I get the right offer, I'll definitely take it and go back.
What about, this is something we've obviously speculated on here, talked about.
Mhm.
If the right elite league offer wasn't on the table, but there was an offer from Europe, would you consider going to Europe to play?
Yeah, definitely. I got we had some offer to go to Europe last season, but I was already back in Leeds. But yeah, I definitely want to. I want to travel. I want to go to different places in Europe and play. That would be cool. But I'm happy in Leeds right now, and I'm signed back for the next season, so I'm not going to be going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, sorry, Steve. I'm not trying to fucking ship your boy out. all he's gonna suck at me next time he sees me. I'm not trying to ship him out. But it's just these are the questions the fans want to know. Because obviously with the talent that you have, you're a kind of generational talent when it comes to it. We all want to see you go out and do what Ben O'Connor did, like a year playing in France, a year playing a couple of years in Kazakhstan. He played in all these places. And I reckon he probably paid his fucking mortgage off as well. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to get that dough in the Elite League for a start. And you don't have that tag of, oh, he's a young Brit. You're just over there. You're an import. You're there to produce. Like you're going to Europe. You're an import. You're not a young Brit. You're expected to go out and produce, which means you'll then be given the opportunities and put in positions and on the power play and stuff to produce.
No, yeah, I definitely I would never write off going abroad or moving leagues. Definitely, that'd be an option for me. Yeah.
I think the fact that you're in the national, I said this on our video yesterday that we recorded, the fact that you're in the national, the points you're putting up consistently, you've been called up to the GB squad, which is, of course, the highest honour here. I think that's certainly put you in the spotlight, certainly for a lot of fans maybe in the Elite League that haven't seen you play so much, because we're always pumping your tyres on here, but some of these folks have never really seen you before. So to be called up to the highest honour in British hockey, that's really going to get you shown.
Yeah, I think this is a huge opportunity for me, to show some of the guys that have, or people that have not watched me play. I think this is a big chance for me to go out there, and I've just got to go out there and prove what people say and put some of the haters down there, hopefully too.
Yeah, I have fun doing that every week on here. Honestly, the people don't understand. And I said it on the video again yesterday. This is no disrespect to the forwards that are at Great Britain, but you're better than at least half of them already. And to be given an opportunity, I think you'll go out there and play your game. If you're given the opportunity and play with the right players, you could be a weapon. We saw Cade Nielsen come in last year out of nowhere at the top table. He got given an opportunity, and look how well he did.
Yeah.
How was Cade? 21, 22?
Yeah, he's my age. He'll be 21, 22, yeah.
And, you give a guy a chance, and all of a sudden, we then have 3, 4, 5, 6 guys in that GB team that could potentially be there for the next 10 years. Yeah. And you kind of start forging those relationships like we've had with Jonna, Matty Davis, Matty Myers, Ben Davis, Ben O'Connor, and the guys, Davy Phillips, that have all been there for years together. It would be good to get that next core up and coming, ready to go, because I think we're favourites for this home tournament, meaning we've got a good opportunity to win that thing, or at the very least come second, which is good enough for promotion. Meaning next year, it's back in check next year. Let's fucking go, baby. That's great for the young guys. That's exactly what we want.
Yeah, that'd be unreal for for some of the young guys. I think even under me too. I think there's a couple of guys that could potentially end up getting the call up to the GB squad. There's a lot of talent in our league, that kind of gets overlooked. So I'm excited for them guys too.
You boys, you and Shawnee, you've probably not really thought about it in this light, but you kind of feel a bit like you're going to be a gateway in order for other guys in the national. Like if you boys go in and perform well at training camp, you get in a couple of pre-tournament games. Let's say one of you or both of you end up making the squad, or just basically shining the national light in a good position to show off that, hey, okay, these guys were good. Brownie says this guy's a fucking weapon in that league. Let's have a look at him. And all of a sudden, we might see 3 or 4 in the next one, or 5.
Yeah, I think doing what me and Sean have done now, I guess, it opens up a lot of options for the guys in our league. there's guys on every team that are like, each team's got a couple of studs on the team, and like in every team in the league. So if them guys can see what we've done, I'm sure that they can do it themselves.
You've got a young man by the name of Hazeldine that plays on your roster, obviously on a two-way in the Elite League.
Yeah.
He's got him and his brother. They've got to be in the mix to be getting in that GB squad in the years to come. They're both very good players.
Yeah, Archie's got a lot of potential. I only seen him a few times this season because he's been playing with Nottingham quite a lot. But when he's been with us, he's been unreal, and he's helped us get the 2 points in each game.
Let's go to a negative one. You boys had the cup final. You went into Peterborough and absolutely shit the bed. You lost 6-0. Bearing in mind, I think your highest defeat of the season going into that point was 4-1 or 3-1 to Swindon. What happened in Peterborough that was it a Friday game or whenever it was?
Yeah, Friday night.
Yeah, what happened, mate?
Honestly, I think it was just like one of them nights. The bounces weren't going, passes weren't on the tape, and they pretty much finished every single chance that they got. It wasn't even, you can't blame one guy. You couldn't say Gauzy had a bad game because we're all in it together, to be fair. But yeah, I think it was just one of them nights, and we showed that when they came back to our rink. I know they didn't have Marzi in there, but we showed that like it wasn't over. I mean, we brought it back to like 7-6. Or
you got it within a goal. It was very tight.
Yeah, we got it with anyway. So we showed what we can do, but yeah, that Friday night game just didn't happen for us. There's not much I can say about it.
What was the mood like on the bus after a game like that? You boys aren't used to getting defeated, but you're certainly not used to getting shit kicked. What was the vibe like when you got back on the bus?
It was a tough one, to be fair. We had like a discussion after the game. Sorry, Aldi didn't really say much. It was just like me had to take in charge, and Matty, he kind of said a few words, and then we didn't really speak much. We just sat on our phones and then unpacked, and we just got ready for the next game. But
sometimes that's the worst when the coach doesn't say anything, eh?
I know. I was expecting to come in and give us a lot of shit, but him doing what he did kind of shit everyone up, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely. It's like when your parents go, "I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed." When a coach doesn't come in the room, that's that. Yeah. When he's like, "Yeah, I'm so mad. I'm not even going to come talk to you guys right now." It's like waiting for your dad to your mum's like you're in trouble. It's waiting for your dad to get home to fucking give you into bother. It's like, when is he going to chew us out? But he didn't, and you boys went back. You competed very hard in the second leg, got it tight. The big one ultimately in the UK, with the way the games are, the way the playoff series are, etc., is the league. You did win the league. How cool was it to be part of those celebrations on home ice? They looked epic. And once again, I touched on the family thing. Like everybody's families are out there enjoying it, having a good time.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. That, to be fair, I've won like stuff as a junior, but nothing as like a professional. So that for me was unreal. Lifting the cup in front of 1,000, 2,000 fans was pretty special. And then to get the family on the ice after, just like I said, with everything that's happened in our organisation this year, just to see people's families enjoying and having a laugh and stuff with the cup, it was special.
This weekend, then the big playoff final weekend, you boys have been drawn against the Tigers. You got the Dogs taking on the Raiders. You've matched up pretty well against Telford. You've matched up well against everybody this year. What's the attitude leading into this game against Telford? Because they've been a lot hotter post-Christmas. They've obviously just turned over a very good MK team. You boys are going to show them the ultimate respect. But what's the kind of way that you're going to get the job done?
Well, you can't underestimate anyone at all. We've just seen what they did against MK. They're hot right now, like you said. They just turned them over. So, we just got to go in and play exactly the same way, not change anything. But ultimately it is playoff hockey, so it's going to be totally different to last time we played them in Telford. So I'm excited for it.
Playoff hockey is the best. So much fun.
Yeah.
Especially if it's officiated well, and they kind of let you guys take care of the game 5-on-5 for the most part. then we're in for an absolute treat with both semi-finals and then the final. I don't think it really matters who plays who, where or when in the final. With the 4 teams that are there, we could end up with some good hockey games. The other semi-final sees the Dogs against the Raiders. We could potentially have a final of Leeds versus Sheffield at Coventry. You guys have had a bit of a rivalry this year, being so close. You're both taking like a decent amount of fans to each other's barn. How cool would that be to like face off for all the marbles against those boys?
Yeah, I think that'd be quite a cool thing. 2 Yorkshire teams going at it in the final would be pretty special. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
But as you say, you can't write anybody off. The Raiders, they've come in. They put out Peterborough, who've had a fantastic season. It's really exciting going into this. Am I right in thinking, did you play in Coventry last year?
No, we didn't make it last year.
So is this your first one?
Yeah, this is my first time ever going.
Oh, buzzing or what?
Hungry.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I think it's the first time for pretty much everyone. Well, maybe like Gozzy and stuff like that. But like, there's not a lot of guys that have been to the Coventry Final Four. So yeah, we're all pretty buzzing.
Sami Zajac been before? Or was he in the Elite League? I know he's been with a clan to the Elite League. Yeah, honestly. So who else? Matt Gomesick, he's not obviously not been before. We had Rory Herman on. He's not been before. So a lot of the guys that we've spoke to this week, it's going to be first for you. Do you think there's going to be any like different kind of nerves leading up to the game, or are you not really a player that gets nervous?
I'm not a really big nervous. I wouldn't say I'm like that. Really, to be fair, but I'm just going to go in exactly the same as I would every other game. Prepare exactly the same. I don't believe in staying down there at all. Like we don't want us in that environment, which is fair enough. So it's just gonna be like a normal game day. But I'm sure there'll be a few nerves out there for different guys.
That's because Aldi had players like me play for him before, so he's very smart and make you boys go home. He's just like, yeah, get back on the bus. How far is that trip? It's not too bad, is it? A couple of hours leads to Cov?
2 hours, 2 and a bit, I think. Not much.
Yeah, it's not too bad. By the time you boys you got the early face off as well, right? So you could be home at a very decent time, sleep in your own bed, get up, have a decent breakfast, do your normal routine in your own house. It makes a big difference.
Yeah, I think we have the later game.
Really?
I think we have the 5 o'clock game. That's what I saw on Twitter. But
that's unless you guys asked for that. The way it always used to be is the top seed had the early face off so that you had a better advantage, so you could have more time to get your kit dry, more time to rest. Let's have a look at that.
Not sure.
For real.
Mark, talk to Kieran quick while I'm trying to figure this out, because I thought you boys would have been in the earlier game, but shows what I know.
Are you so we've recently had Rory Herman on from the Telford Tigers. He's been quite a new addition there. Are you aware of the threats that he brings? Because his points production in his 21 games, I think he's averaging 2 points a game, something like that.
Yeah, I've only played against him a couple of times. I think he came quite late in the season, but every time I played against him, he plays hard. Like I like how he plays. He plays pretty tough. He's put up some decent points too. So yeah, it'd be cool to play against him in the semi-final.
Going just in the league in general, is there except in Leeds, is there a particular young lad coming through that you think that fans should keep an eye on big clubs in general?
Yeah, like we've already talked about, I'd just say Finn Braden, to be fair. He's not really been on the radar too much, but I mean, this season he's ripped it up in the league below, scored some pretty disgusting goals. And then when he's come up with us guys, he's performed, and I think he had last time he was on my line in Basingstoke, and I think he had 2 goals in that game, 1 goal game winner, and another goal after that. So yeah, I'd definitely watch out for Finn Braden.
Yeah, he's legit. With the way it is, kind of a winner takes all on Saturday. What's going to be so we had Woody on, and then we had Jordan Kelso on. Woody said like his key word would be execution, and Jordan said his would be concentration. What about for you? What's that one big factor that's going to get you boys over the line?
Mindset.
Yeah,
I'm a big believer in mindset. If you're not focused and you're not in that mindset for a playoff hockey game, then you're not going to perform.
Yeah, you need to be confident going in. How's the mood in the camp? Are the lads confident? Obviously, you've come off a hell of a year. I would imagine you would be.
Yeah, everyone's excited. I think, you know, we've obviously got a big week of practice, and yeah, I think everyone's going to be excited for this weekend because it's first time for a lot of guys, and you know, it's where you want to be at the end of the year. You want to be at the Final Four. So yeah.
Just for confirmation, 1:30 p.m. Sheffield Steel Dogs take on the Raiders. 5:30 p.m. Leeds Knights versus Telford Tigers. So you boys do have the later game. That's weird, but it's still not that late of a game. Being 7:30, you boys will kind of be back on the bus by 8, back up the road by 10. Kit will be in the room drying. Bit of food, bit of sleep. It's still not too bad, is it?
No, it'll just be like a normal weekend, I guess, of 2 away games. So yeah, it should be good.
Going back to your GB call up, where were you when you found out, and how was that moment?
I was actually just sat at my dad's rink having some lunch in Bradford, and then I got a text from Andy, the manager, and I was just like, surely this is not real, because I didn't have his number saved, so I wasn't sure. So I actually texted Brandon Whistle, and I was like, is this his number? And he was like, yeah. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. So then obviously I said, yeah, I'm available and I want to take part.
How cool is it to see him get a call up as well? Obviously, your teammates last year, he had a lot of nice things to say about you when we spoke to him. How is it to have Brandon up in the GB set up with you?
Yeah, it's unreal. You know, I saw what he could produce and what he did when he was at Leeds last season, and he's gone to Sheffield, and you know he's still ripping it up. He's doing well. He's doing really well for himself. So yeah, I'm excited to be on the same team as him again and see what we can do at GB level.
It was funny.
How nice is?
I was going to say he was giving it to his brother about being a fucking pine rider yesterday. It was so good. Sorry, Mark.
Yeah,
no, it must
funny.
Must be nice being back on the ice with Kirky as well, back like the Sheffield days.
Yeah, I've not played or skated with him since probably 20, maybe GB 20. Oh no, I don't think he played GB 20s, but yeah, it's definitely been a while since I've been on the ice with Kirky. So I'm excited, and I've actually heard that I'm rooming with him at GB, so that'll be pretty funny.
That'd be great. We'll have to maybe see if we can get both you boys on together. That'd be a blast. Kirky's from the boys that we spoke to Jason Hewitt, and he's been skating with the Dogs. Apparently, he's just a weapon. He said it's just he said it's just stupid. He's improved so much.
Different level. When he went to the NIHL, and then he came back. I think it was his Spring Cup that we played. He was playing for the Dogs, and I was just like, wow, this guy is legit. Like, he's on a different level to everyone else. So
yeah, his talent's so insane. I think actually he would have learnt more playing in his time in Finland in that top league there, getting good minutes, well over a point a game, than he would playing shit minutes in the AHL and the coast. I think he's going to be a weapon.
Yeah. If you play in minutes, and especially in that Finland league, you know, he's going to be learning a lot of shit, and he's playing a lot of minutes as well. So,
Mark, do you have anything else for Brownie, or should we let him go and prepare for his week training tonight? Right.
That was a fun one. Yeah, let him train. Good luck for the playoffs. All the best.
Oh, thank you very much. Cheers.
Brownie, thanks for coming on, brother. We appreciate it. Best of luck for the weekend. I hope you guys, you run them close and you have a good game against Tigers. It's going to be good for the league. It's going to be good having guys like yourself there for the first time to showcase the talent that really is in this league.
Yeah.
If you haven't already, guys, please do subscribe. Make sure you're following on all the social medias. New sponsorship packages are out. Go check our social media. Find them there. But for now, peace. We'll see you again soon. Thank you.